How's it going, everybody? I'm back in Fallout 4 again at Starlight Drive In with a much shorter video for you guys today. The last couple videos that I've posted have been like half an hour long, so if you guys didn't watch those, they are the last two videos that I did. One was like 25 minutes long, and the other was like over 30, which is the longest video I've ever uploaded. Yeah, I apologize for this being so long. I was just trying to like knock out all of the housing for this settlement that I could uh, in the shortest amount of videos, I guess. I was trying to think. It's like shortest amount of time, which really wasn't. It's the shortest amount of videos, which is 4. And I don't even know if that's the last set because I'm not that far into the settlement yet. I don't know if I want any more. I may not. I may do a couple more houses. But I'm starting to do like general stores and stuff around the town center. Not necessarily general stores, but stores around the like water purifiers, the town center or whatever, because I feel like that's a fitting place. You go to Diamond City, there's like a restaurant, there is all the stores you could think of, uh, armor vendors, weapon vendors, general stores, doctors, all sorts of stuff. And I thought it was fitting to have a general store in this area. So this is a pretty simple build. That's why it's only 12-minute long video. But mainly it was just I was trying to make an interesting structure that was like a house slash general store that was open to the public. So right here, I'm just using the half shack wall over here because this is the side that the store is going to be on. And this is actually a pretty interesting structure in my opinion. I thought about closing this off, but I ended up not doing that. I use the shack steps on this, and I do use 3 so that you can walk up to the front of the store from any side. Uh, Also, it'll seem like I'm doing this like just super fast, like I don't even like really hesitate sometimes. It's because I built this build about 3 times because Place Anywhere kept crashing my game. And so, yeah, that was really frustrating and it was just unbelievable like how many times my games crashed because of Place Anywhere. This is why I stopped using it a while back whenever I was doing Abernathy Farm, and it's probably why I'm going to use it a lot less now, is just because it's ridiculous that I can't build a build and not. I mean, like I save frequently, but like at this point, like having put those steps in, my game would have crashed. And I mean, I'd only spent like maybe like 5 or 6 minutes building up to that point, but it's really mad that I have to spend another 5 or 6 minutes loading the game and then 5 or 6 minutes building the same thing again. And then the first time it was like I didn't know what I was building. I was just like I just started building. I was like I want to build a general store. All right, go. That's how I do things. And I didn't even get this far the first 2 times. It was like almost instantly the game crashed. And so it's just you'll notice that I use Place Anywhere a lot less in this build just for that reason alone. And right here, I'm trying to make the build a little bit more interesting. Use a little bit more, or use a little bit of different textures and stuff like that. That's why I used that blue painted wall on the left side, and then I used that warehouse tab, like the 2 half or the 2 end wall caps or whatever, the little uh, pieces that I placed. I placed them together because you can use those to kind of fill gaps and stuff like that. And then also I used the like the outer wall like caps, I guess. I don't really know what to call them or what they're called. But it's that piece that I have next to the half shack wall because I wanted to have like some sort of interesting wall on that side. Also, like I was saying, that's the side for the store, so it's a little bit more open. But this is one of the parts. So I had gotten to this point once when building it. One of the times I didn't get that far. The other time I got to the point where I was placing these uh, like quarter pieces of roof from CVA with Place Anywhere, and my game crashed. And thankfully I had saved that time, uh, because I just had to go back. That's why there was a jump cut a little bit ago, is because I had saved like previously, and that's why I'm not using place anywhere for like this piece, is because like place anywhere crashed my game like 3 times in a row while building this build, so it was really frustrating, and I was just trying to use it as the least amount of possible. And with CVA, you also get this like double post. I don't use this very often just for the fact that like right now it's really giving me issues, like I can't place it. And then also uh, it just looks like two of those like wire fence wooden pieces stacked on top of each other. That's it. And so I don't really use it that often. I probably could. Right here, I'm just looking through what is available. I'm just checking everything out. Because I was trying to use different textures. I was trying to use things that I don't normally use. But I figured that this was good enough so far. And then I would try to place the store in. And so with USO, I wanted this to be a general store. And with USO, you can get dummy stores that like don't like require a person. You can just have it. And so these are such a pain to get to actually like have a vendor at. And so, or not have a vendor at, but to get on a rug, to do a rug glitch. And so I end up having to lift it up off the ground, and then I figured out that like the farther back that you are from it, the better that it is. So like, or the farther the rugs are back from it. So like the rug that I just picked up was like pretty much where the person would stand. And so then I'm placing this in, and I really want that sign to be sticking out. And something I noticed with this build is that it's like super colorful. I really didn't mean to do that, but it's got the green like signs from the general store. It's got the yellow like tarp over the roof, the orange gap in the wall right there, and then a blue painted wall on the right. It's like every color, and I really didn't mean to do that, but it works, I guess. And then, not even just that, but I put some signs up too later, and so those also have some different colors. And then right here, like I was saying, I wanted it to kind of be separated because I wanted it to be a house. So I placed down a half shack wall on this side to kind of close off that area. Even though that there is a window right there, I actually do something to close off that area too. I don't think I actually show it in the build, unfortunately. But all I did was put a half shack wall, and it kind of looks a little bit more closed off. I also changed the door in the final build because I thought that that door was a little bit too open as well. But right here, I'm actually just building a path between the door frame and or well, the door, not the door frame, but the like the steps over to the path on the, or well, the, I don't know, whatever direction you're facing, like if right over there, that path. And so this area is kind of jacked up, which is really frustrating because it's kind of hard to build. You can't build like stuff like this. You can't build a flat walkway over to it, which is really frustrating because I just want a flat walkway over to it. And you can't do that because this area is all not leveled and stuff. I wish that there was a way to do something like that, kind of level an area out, but of course that would kind of break some things, which is kind of understandable that they don't want you to be able to mess with the terrain too much. Because of course you know that people are going to just build a flat area and then build really shite things, because part of building interesting structures is kind of dealing with like the terrain and building with it. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to do half the stuff that I do. Having things that are kind of tiered or like leveled weird or built on top of each other, it's just because I'm able to do that because of the odd terrains and stuff. But as you can see, like to make it a little bit easier on myself, I use that shack bridge walkway the rest of the way over. And then to kind of make this look a little bit nicer, I guess I use the plywood pieces. And I guess I'm trying to figure out which plywood piece to use. I don't know exactly why it took so long to figure out, but I used the piece that was like able to clip under all the other pieces. And then right here I use plywood to kind of fill in just the spaces and stuff, and then I use a little broken piece on top of that to make it look a little bit more interesting. So here's the decorated tour here in a moment. It's not a very big build like I had said, but I'm still pleased with how this turned out. It makes the build overall look a little bit more built up and put together. So like I said, I really like the way that this little shop area looks with all the signs and stuff like that. And then also I made this kind of like an electrical shop, like radios and stuff like that, ham radios, tools, things like that, rather than just like a junk vendor. So I like how open this side is, and then you go around the back, and then like I said, I changed the door, but I closed off that little window area a little bit, added a bed over here for whoever's the vendor, and then yeah, junk everywhere, radios on the table over here, speakers, ham radio behind those radios, tools everywhere, junk on the counter. But I'm really pleased with how this turned out. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any ideas or anything that you would want me to build in the settlement, think that it would fit here, let me know. Thank you everybody for all the support, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Have a good one.